Hello, my dear curious and studious students of surgery. Myself, Dr. Mahesh Chaudhary. I am warm welcoming you in my surgery lecture series. This surgery lecture series contains entire surgery with anesthesia, with radiology, with orthopedic. So stay tuned with us. Let's start our surgery lecture series. Welcome, dear students. In our surgery lecture number 31, that is the diverticulitis of the large intestine. Diverticulitis means the inflammation of the diverticulosis is the commonest complication of diverticulosis coli. In this lecture, we will learn the diverticulitis, complications of diverticulitis, volvulus and volvulus of the cecum. Now the diverticulitis. Diverticulitis is the inflammation is the commonest complication of diverticulosis coli. The chance increases as the age of advance. This condition is hardly seen below the age of 40 years. Diverticulitis is more common in patients with widespread diverticulosis. Now the pathogenesis. Diverticula remains filled with colonic content. If an inspissated fecal plug obstructs the neck of the diverticulum, proliferation of ever-present bacteria produces inflammation within the diverticulum. If the obstructing plug moves away, the content of the diverticulum is discharged into the colon and inflammation subsided if the obstructing plug remains in place. Inflammation spreads to the peridiverticular tissues. Extension occurs longitudinally. In the beginning, diverticulitis starts in the single diverticulum and gradually spreads to the others. Now the clinical features may be acute or chronic. The clinical features of sigmoid diverticulitis very much resembles that of appendicitis and is often called as left-sided appendicitis. Pain is the most important symptom due to the increased interluminal pressure is an isolated segments of the colon. Anorexia and mild nausea are common but vomiting is rare. Dear students, you can observe this image on your screen, that is the multiple diverticulosis in the large intestine. These are the holes, that is the opening of the diverticuli, and this is the resected part of the large intestine where there is a multiple diverticulitis and diverticulosis is seen. This is the animated picture of the multiple diverticulitis. Now the investigations in the diverticulitis is the sigmoidoscopy. Mucosal edema and erythema may be seen in the sigmoidoscopy. Barium enema, treatment preventive in the early stage. It seems possible that the condition may be reversed by adaptation of high residue diet, supplemented by bulk producing laxatives such as Normocol or Izoel. Medical treatment: paraenteral fluids, nasogastric suction, broad spectrum antibiotics, pentazocine to relieve pain. Bulk laxative are given to keep the stool soft and bulky. Surgical treatment in the diverticulitis are indication for the surgery if patient does not respond promptly to the medical treatment. Recurrent acute diverticulitis, diverticulitis with complications. Vein carcinoma cannot be ruled out. When disease is not associated with any complications, then resective surgery is to be done. The elective treatment of this condition is sigmoid myotomy. Muscle coats of the sigmoid colon are longitudinally inside between the two antimesenteric teni and then suture. Now the complications of the diverticulitis. First, perforation and peritonitis. Treatment: emergency laparotomy, resection plus colostomy plus mucosal fistulae, or the end distal part is closed and left in situ. That is the Hartmann's procedure should be performed. Next complication of the diverticulitis is the obstruction. Partial obstruction due to inflammation, spasm and edema with paralytic ileus. Complete obstruction due to repeated episodes of the diverticulitis with fibrosis and stenosis. Third complication of the diverticulitis is the fistula. Internal fistula may be seen in 5% of cases between invert segment of colon and adjacent viscera. That is, for example, urinary bladder, ileum, uterus, vagina and ureter. Colocutaneous fistula, that is the external fistula which rarely occurs. Nematuria, air in the urine, are diagnosis of colovesical and fecalcuria, feces in the urine, are diagnosis of colureteric fistulas. Barium enema may sometimes demonstrate the fistula, but cystoscopy and cystography are more useful in this condition. Now the volvulus. Definition of the volvulus is: the volvulus means rotation of a segments of bowel around its mesenteric axis. Partial or complete obstruction of the bowel occurs. Varying degrees of circulatory impairments may occur to the involved bowel by twisting of the root of the mesentery. Volvulus can occur only in that part of the intestine which is freely mobile. In the colon, volvulus is most frequently seen in the sigmoid colon, that is 90%, and is occasionally seen only 10% in the cecum when it is more mobile. Volvulus of transverse colon is extremely rare, so volvulus of the small intestine. Now the sigmoid volvulus. Etiology: a redundant sigmoid loop attached by a narrow mesenteric root may cause sigmoid volvulus. Severe chronic constipation is a frequent cause of sigmoid volvulus. Dilatation and lengthening of chronically distended colon is responsible for volvulus. This mainly occurs in the patients with severe psychiatric and neurological diseases and elderly people with cardiovascular and pulmonary diseases. It is quite uncommon of sigmoid volvulus to occur in a person who leads an active life, has no serious mental or physical illness. Next etiology is the congenital megacolon may be present in subclinical form throughout the life. This probably accounts for only a small percentage of cases of sigmoid volvulus. It may occur in acquired megacolon, a complication of Chagas disease. Now the pathology. Sometimes the sigmoid loop relates for half turn and spontaneous rectification may occur. When sigmoid loop rotates 1.5 turn, the veins are compressed and the loop becomes greatly congested. If sigmoid colon rotates more than 1.5 turn, arterial supply is also cut off and the loop becomes gangrenous. Sigmoid colon turns into anti-clockwise direction for volvulus to occur. Dear students, you can watch the image of the typical intestinal volvulus on your screen. This is the X-ray image you are watching on your screen of volvulus. This is the resected part of the gangrenous loop of the intestines which is due to the volvulus. This is the animated picture of the normal intestine and the volvulus intestine. This is the CT picture of the volvulus of the large intestine. Now the clinical features. Males are more commonly affected than female. Male is more affected than female. Pain in left lower quadrant, nausea and vomiting are the common clinical features of the volvulus. Now the investigations. Straight X-ray of the abdomen shows distended single loop occupying the left lower half of the abdomen with both ends in the pelvis called bent inner tube or omega loop sign. Barium minima, barium column ends at the level of the distal sigmoid torsion is a characteristics, that is the twisted bird's beak or ace of spade deformity. Barium minima is contraindicated when gangrene is suspected. Now the treatment. Sigmoidoscopy to visualize the site of the distal sigmoid obstruction. If frank mucosal ulceration or dark blood is seen, strangulation of the involved bowel is probably an emergency operative intervention is indicated. If no sign of strangulation, a well lubricated rectal tube is passed via a sigmoidoscope through the obstructing twist into the distended loop of the volvulus. This tube deflation is usually successful in 75% to 80% of the cases. If tube deflation fails, immediate laparotomy is mandatory. If segment is viable, simple derotation and detorsion should be performed. If strangulation, then strangulated bowel must be resected, colostomy and distal loop is closed as done in Hartmann's procedure. Later on, end-to-end anastomosis is performed. Now the volvulus of the cecum. First, etiology. There is only one definite etiology of cecal volvulus, that is when there is a hypofixation of the cecum and proximal ascending colon and this portion becomes congenitally mobile, volvulus of the cecum may occur. Now the pathology of the volvulus of the cecum are: volvulus of cecum occurs in a clockwise direction. The first twist obstructs the ascending colon and the second twist obstructs the ileum. Clinical features of this condition are: volvulus of cecum may be seen at all ages but is most frequently between 25 to 35 years of age. Onset is rapid and by mid-abdominal colicky pain, distension, nausea and vomiting are the clinical features. Rigidity, tenderness and rebound tenderness indicate strangulation of the bowel. Here is a good picture of the volvulus of the cecum, that is the first twist and second twist is clearly seen in this image. This is the X-ray image of the volvulus of the cecum. This is the over distension, dilatation of the cecum. This is the another image. You can see over distension of the cecum, volvulus of the cecum. Now the investigations. Straight X-ray of abdomen is diagnostic again. Air fluids level in the cecum. Bere minima indicate the location of the obstruction, also excludes possibility of sigmoid volvulus. Treatment. Surgical treatment is volvulus is deteriorated and the mobile cecum should be fixed by suturing to its original places, that is the cecopexy. If strangulation is there, right hemicolectomy with iliotransverse colostomy should be performed. Dear students, there are very good videos of the Hartmann's pouch operation and volvulus of the cecum and diverticulitis operations on the YouTube. You can watch it to clear the concepts regarding this matter, regarding these points. Now, here is the end of our surgery lecture number 31, that is the diverticulitis of the large intestine. Thank you.